Your peony can have healthy green leaves, plenty of space, and still produce weaker growth than you expected. And the instinct is usually the same: add more fertilizer. But more fertilizer isn't always the answer. One kitchen ingredient that deserves a closer look is use coffee grounds. Not because there's some secret fertilizer, and not because they magically change your soil's acidity. In fact, University Extension research says that claim is largely a myth. What makes coffee grounds interesting is what they can contribute to the soil itself, including organic material that supports soil organisms and can improve soil structure when used correctly. And that distinction matters with peonies, because if your soil already has enough nutrients, adding more won't necessarily make the plant stronger. But if the root zone isn't functioning as well as it should, the way you use those grounds and the amount you use becomes much more important. There's also a mistake many gardeners make with coffee grounds that can actually work against the growth they're trying to encourage. And that's where this simple kitchen leftover gets much more interesting than it first appears. A peony's strength doesn't come from fertilizer alone. The roots need a soil environment where water, air, organic matter, and nutrients can work together. That's where coffee grounds become relevant. Used grounds contain carbon, nitrogen, and other compounds that soil organisms can use. Those organisms break organic material down and help transform nutrients into forms plants can use. University of Minnesota Extension specifically notes that coffee grounds can support healthy soil organisms and make a useful addition to compost. But there's an important distinction here. The grounds themselves are not a complete fertilizer. Oregon State University reports that spent coffee grounds contain roughly 1 to 2% nitrogen, along with smaller amount of phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and trace minerals. Those quantities aren't enough to satisfy a plant's nutritional requirements by themselves. So why use them at all? Because the more interesting effect happens gradually, as microorganisms work on that organic material. And this is where the usual coffee ground advice starts to fall apart. Many gardeners have been told that coffee grounds will acidify the soil and somehow create the conditions peonies need. They don't. After brewing, coffee grounds are generally close to neutral, and research-based extension guidance does not support using them as a reliable way to lower soil pH. The real story is less dramatic, but far more useful. Instead of trying to force a pH change, you're adding a modest source of organic material to the root zone. And what those grounds do after they enter the soil is where the connection to stronger peony growth becomes much more interesting. Once those spent grounds enter the soil, the story becomes less about the coffee itself and more about the organisms living around the roots. Coffee grounds contain carbon, nitrogen, and other compounds that can feed soil microorganisms. Those organisms help break organic material down and transform nutrients into forms plants can use. That matters because nutrient availability isn't determined simply by how much fertilizer or organic material you add. Soil texture, organic matter, moisture, and pH all influence whether nutrients remain available to plant roots. And peonies have a fairly specific preference. They perform best in fertile, well-drained soil around neutral pH, and they don't tolerate constantly wet conditions. So coffee grounds aren't correcting some special peony deficiency. Their potential value is much more indirect. Think of them as a small organic input into an already functioning soil system. There's another detail worth knowing. Most of the biological activity around plant roots occurs in the upper part of the soil profile, where roots' oxygen, moisture, and microorganisms interact. That is also why piling a thick layer of grounds around the crown isn't the goal. More material doesn't automatically mean more benefit. In fact, the strongest evidence supports modest amounts, rather than treating spent coffee grounds as a primary fertilizer. University of Minnesota Extension specifically recommends them as a useful soil input or compost ingredient, while noting that they don't reliably lower soil pH. So if the goal is stronger peony growth, the question isn't, how much coffee can I give the plant? It's a much better question. What does the soil actually need, and how can these grounds fit into that system without upsetting it? If you decide to use spent coffee grounds around an established peony, the safest approach is not to treat them like granular fertilizer. Compost them first. Extension guidance notes that composting coffee grounds allows greater decomposition before they become part of the soil, and the resulting compost can have more value as a garden amendment than the grounds alone. Once they're composted, use that material as part of the organic matter around the plant rather than creating a thick layer directly over the crown. And there's an important reason for that placement. Peony crowns should stay close to the soil surface. Excess material piled over the crown can effectively bury the growing points deeper, while peonies also perform poorly in persistently wet soil. Wisconsin Extension specifically warns about excessive moisture and emphasizes well-drained conditions. For an established garden peony, there isn't a scientifically established measurement saying that a certain number of cups of coffee grounds will make the plant stronger. So don't chase a precise dose from gardening charts. A better rule is moderation. Incorporate a modest amount of well-finished compost containing the grounds into the existing organic matter program, keeping it away from the crown and avoiding thick surface layers. Timing matters less than many people think. If you're adding compost as a soil amendment, do it when the soil can be worked without becoming compacted, rather than forcing an application simply because the calendar says it's time. And if your peony is growing well already, there's another reason to be conservative. University of Maryland Extension notes that healthy peonies may not need supplemental nutrition at all unless a soil test identifies a deficiency. Container-grown peonies deserve even more caution because the root zone is much smaller. A concentrated layer of organic material can change moisture and aeration conditions faster than it would in an established garden bed. So the goal isn't to feed the peony more. It's to improve the growing environment only when there's a reason to do so. And that's exactly where coffee grounds can go from a sensible soil amendment to a problem. The biggest mistake is assuming that because coffee grounds are organic, you can keep adding them. You can't. Oregon State University Extension warns that gardeners can become too enthusiastic with coffee grounds. Used in excessive amounts, they can actually create problems in the soil. Fresh grounds can temporarily tie up nitrogen as microorganisms break them down, and high concentrations may even inhibit germination or slow plant growth. That doesn't mean a mature peony will suddenly collapse because you added a small amount. It means the concentration and frequency matter. A thick layer of ground sitting directly on the soil surface is very different from a modest amount incorporated into a broader organic matter program. There's another reason to avoid guessing. If your peony is already growing vigorously, adding more nutrients simply because you want stronger growth may accomplish very little. A soil test can tell you whether nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, pH, or other soil conditions actually need attention. And don't use coffee grounds as a substitute for correcting poor drainage. If water remains around the roots for too long, adding more organic material isn't the solution. Peonies need a well-drained root zone, and changing the soil's physical conditions may matter far more than adding a small amount of kitchen waste. The same caution applies to pH. Coffee grounds are often promoted as a way to acidify soil, but research-based extension guidance doesn't support that claim. Spent grounds generally don't lower soil pH consistently. So before adding them, ask 3 questions. Does the soil need more organic matter? Is drainage adequate? And am I correcting an actual problem or simply adding something because it sounds beneficial? That last question is the one that separates a useful amendment from a gardening habit that slowly becomes counterproductive. So the real lesson isn't that coffee grounds are a fertilizer that peonies somehow can't live without. They aren't. Their value is much more modest. Spent coffee grounds can contribute organic material and support soil organisms when used in reasonable amounts, but they don't reliably lower soil pH, and they shouldn't replace proper soil testing or balanced nutrition. For peonies, the foundation is still what matters most. Fertile, well-drained soil, suitable pH, and a root zone that isn't staying wet. So before reaching for another kitchen ingredient, look at the soil first. If your peony is struggling, don't ask what you can add. Ask what the roots are actually missing. And if you've tried coffee grounds on your peonies, I'd be interested to know, did you notice any difference in their growth or flowering?